Iranian missile attacks have continued on Israel, while the Israeli military says it intercepted the majority. Some are making it through. A ballistic missile hit Petah Tikva in central Israel on Thursday evening, bypassing air defence systems. It landed between a residential neighbourhood and the city's industrial zone, causing a large crater. The shockwave heavily damaged nearby buildings. I'm going to speak with Rob McBride, who's been following all of these developments in Israel from the Jordanian capital, Amman. And as we saw several areas coming under fire today, can you just run us through what the aftermath looked like, especially with that direct hit that we just saw?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, these alarms have been raised constantly, multiple times throughout Thursday into the early hours of Friday morning local time. In fact, just at the moment, we have alerts being raised for central Israel. Missiles have been detected being launched from Iran yet again. At one point during Thursday, in fact, there were 3 alerts all in force at the same time, representing the 3 fronts that Israel is now engaged in conflict on. First of all, there's the Iran threat. There is also from Yemen now alerts being raised, and also from South Lebanon Hezbollah attacks. And in fact, in the 24 hours up to Thursday evening, the military reckoned there were a total of 150 rockets being fired at communities in the north of Israel, with 4 injuries. There was an interception of a ballistic missile fired by the Houthis, according to the authorities, from Yemen. That was earlier on Thursday, and one of the biggest strikes was on the city of Petah Tikva. This was fell in well, it's one of the most populated areas of central Israel, but this fell in an industrial area, causing a fairly extensive amount of damage.
And we're hearing about Israeli threats against the Hezbollah leader personally. What do you think that this tells us about the frustration as these Hezbollah attacks continue?
Yeah, this is a warning from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu against the Hezbollah leadership that they will pay a heavy price for the continued attacks that have taken place now into the Passover holiday. This is one of the most important holidays of the Jewish calendar. It has been disrupted by continuing attacks. I think he's expressing the anger of many people in Israel, but also that's conflated by a lot of frustration amongst those same people that we have not returned in Israel to normalcy after more than a month of this conflict, as people had been hoping for, as the government had said they would try to bring about. And also, but then there has been a lot of pushback from social media accusing Netanyahu of being the one that started this war, so he has no grounds to feel aggrieved. Other people have said when it comes to religious observance that it didn't stop Israeli forces attacking its targets during Ramadan. And there is a suspicion that maybe Netanyahu is using this anger, as using this warning to cover for maybe the forthcoming heavier strikes on buildings, businesses in Beirut associated with Hezbollah, and of course the continuing operation in southern Lebanon, pushing Hezbollah further forward.
OK, thank you so much. That's Rob McBride for us.